The Digital Rights Bill, as proposed by a Common Future, is a comprehensive piece of legislation that promotes privacy online, free speech, the unrestricted access to the internet, the control of personal data and content, and also protects children and promotes internet literacy.
As a democratic country, we believe that freedom of speech is a fundamental and inalienable right. As new forms of communication emerge, we need to guard against censorship, and that is why we need a bill to be passed so that it guards against censorship, especially of the social media and of online communication.
If our MPs adopt the proposed Digital Rights Bill, it would ensure that the civil and human rights that exist in the physical world also apply online, and that citizens take control of their personal data and make informed choices on their digital lives.
The Digital Rights Bill, as proposed by the Cameroon civil society, is extremely important. The bill emphasizes on the importance of e-governance and financial transparency. It encourages an opened, modernized e-governance system enabled by a free flow of information. It mandates the government to recognize the power of the social media and the use of it to positive democracy.
The bill ensures that state surveillance of the internet must be the exception rather than the norm, and can only take place where it is clearly justified for the protection of the public in accordance with the fundamental principles of necessity and proportionality.
As a democratic country, we believe that authority to derive information comes from the people, and so government should not hold information about its citizens that is not authorized by Parliament to do so, and that's why we need Parliament to pass a bill that necessitates government to hold information on citizens or not to hold information on citizens.
The bill will reinforce the rights of linguistic and cultural minorities, women, girls, and the disabled, as it allows for unrestricted access to the internet, thereby making them informed and engaged in public. It is also vital for the proper functioning of public services and underpins the functioning of markets.
The Bill on Digital Rights emphasizes the importance on personal data protection. It also highlights the obligation organization has in personal data. It also provides for the rules guiding the consent for the collection, the use, the disbursement, and the transfer of personal data.
In practice, and as a democratic country, we believe in empowering citizens. This means that our data should be in our hands, not in the hands of big government, nor in the hands of big business. That is why we need this law to protect the data that we generate.
By debating and adopting a digital rights bill for Cameroon, our MPs will not only be supporting the growth of the digital economy and the emergence of Cameroon by 2035, they would also be contributing to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals set up by the United Nations.
The bill sets Cameroon on the world stage as the African country to initiate a citizen-friendly digital bill, drawing inspirations from the UN Convention, African Union directives, and the African Declaration on Digital Rights and Principles.
Once adopted and promulgated into law, it will give our children and young people the opportunities to develop skills and confidence needed to critique digital technologies, as digital literacy will automatically become part of our school curriculum.
As a democratic country, we believe that young people and children have a right to reach their full potential. And through digital literacy, they will be capable of realizing these full potentials if we give them the opportunity to realize their dreams. That's why we need a bill that will protect and promote their right to have unfettered access to the internet.
A free and open internet where the rights of all citizens are respected, where there is freedom of speech, that would give an opportunity for those who think that the president is doing incredibly well, say so and propagate it and propagate his ideas, while those who think that he's not living up to their expectations air their views without any fear of online harassment.
We know that Cameroon is an emerging country and that the government itself has presented the emergence of the digital economy as a fundamental aspect for the growth of Cameroon and for emergence in 2035. And that is why we expect government to accompany the civil society in making sure that there is a bill that regulates offline as well as online content, and that everybody has unfettered access to the internet. And that's why this bill should be very important for every government. We also make government to be realized internationally as a government that respects fundamental principles of human rights and digital rights online. This bill is very important for government to market itself, for citizens to market themselves, for private individuals to be sure that they are confident they are not monitored online, and that each time if somebody is to be monitored online, it should be for appropriate reasons and not for inappropriate reasons, and that monitoring of citizens online should be the exception rather than the norm. This bill will make even security officials monitoring online content to do so following a due process, because Parliament would have already adopted a bill that will help us go through this process.